Welcome you into CommonWell TV, where we're interviewing some of the top health IT industry experts and how their organizations are making a difference when it comes to healthcare interoperability. And that said, let's now hear from BridgeHead Software and their senior product manager, Tim Kaschinske. And Tim, how would you explain CommonWell and its services to somebody outside of the healthcare industry?
Well, I think the way I'd explain it is I'd describe it as a healthcare data exchange network, where healthcare organizations that are members of the network can use it to exchange information about patients. So if a patient is visiting a hospital outside of his normal area, that hospital, if they're a participating member and the patient's hospital is also a participating member, they can get information about the patient that they wouldn't have locally, and that helps to improve patient care.
Tim, how would you say your organization has benefited from being a part of the CommonWell Alliance? And what else have you guys learned during that time?
Yeah, I think we've learned a lot. We've been a member since 2016, and we've been very impressed by the collaboration that occurs between members. And we've seen how other vendors are utilizing the network. As an example, one of the more recent vendors started using Fire with the network to exchange, and that was something that was eye-opening to us to be able to have a concrete use of how the Fire protocol would be used to exchange information on a public network like CommonWell. So we've learned a lot, and I think we've been very impressed with the success of the network.
Well, as you know, CommonWell, it came to the forefront because of the need within the healthcare IT space. Where do you see perhaps the growth here in the immediacy and then moving forward as well?
Well, and I think again the word I'd use is collaboration, because within any organization that shares information or starts standards, it starts with collaboration between participating healthcare organization and vendors. So if you have a DICOM standards committee, or if you have an IHE organization that describes how you can share information, it's important for those member organizations to collaborate and help each other understand how they're going to. And I think as the industry evolves, as networks evolve, I think the collaboration between the different vendors is really the important thing, where we can share information between one another, see how we're all using the information, and see how we can make information available to others.
Tim, when it comes to legacy data, historical data, how important is that here as we move forward? Because a lot of patients, obviously, they've got a long, list, years, could be even decades of having different procedures and the like having been done. Where does that all fit in as we move forward?
That's a great question. At BridgeHead, we're a healthcare data repository, and we receive data from both legacy systems and real-time systems, and we consolidate that information. And what we've found is within the hospitals where we're used, that the legacy data becomes very important. Being able to access the real-time data, but then go back and take a look at legacy data, take a look at information on a cancer patient, for example, for many years back, that can be very valuable. Or for a primary care physician to be able to access legacy information from, say, another primary care healthcare provider, that helps a lot. And so what we see with CommonWell is CommonWell extends our reach with that. So we already do it today within the hospital. CommonWell allows us to extend our reach to other hospitals to do the same thing, so that we can provide that legacy data. If we have legacy information from an older primary care facility, we can provide that information to a newer facility if the patient has moved, for example. So CommonWell really extends our reach and allows us to share all the data we have, regardless of whether it's real time or legacy.
BridgeHead and CommonWell, they've been proud partners here for a couple years now. And as you heard from Tim, really helping when it comes to interoperability as we move forward in the future. Tim, thanks so much. And for more information on BridgeHead, as well as how you can become a CommonWell Alliance member, we invite you to log on to commonwellalliance.org. Thanks so much, Tim.
Thank you.